Hey, welcome to my channel. Today is Weight Watchers Weigh-In Wednesday, and I just wanted to say thank you to all my new subscribers. Thanks for joining me as I am on a 103-pound weight loss journey. So far, I have lost, well, before I get into how much I have lost, let's talk about what the scale said yesterday. Okay, at my highest peak when I joined Weight Watchers the end of last December, the day after Christmas, I was at 248 pounds, right? Yesterday, I was so excited because my home scale read 191, and it had been between 193, 194. So I was like, wow, 191, that is fantastic. So I get to Weight Watchers today fully anticipating a 2-pound loss, at least 1.5 pounds. And I don't know what the disconnect there is, but according to their records, according to their scales, I maintained. This is such a fluke to me. I don't understand. I'm not worried about it because I know that my clothes are like falling off of me. I know that progress is being made, so often, and I've talked about this before, but so often for me, my loss shows up the next day after weigh-in. So, I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing. But I was disappointed, as I always am, when I don't have a loss. So, according to my home scale, I weighed 191. So that would put me at a 58-pound loss so far. 56, 58 pounds, tomato at this point. There's no way that I shouldn't have a loss. I was well within all of my points. And how did I do with my 4,100 steps challenge to myself this past week? Well, I am happy to report that every day last week, I hit that or more. So it's amazing when you make these goals for yourself, when it's in your mind, your focus, you actually hit it. So they always have you, I have my weekly here we'll talk about, but they always have you write down your goal at the bottom. So my goal for the coming week is 4,200 steps. So I'm definitely going to make that my goal. Yesterday it was kind of comical. I have my Fitbit. I changed out the band, if you're wondering. It's usually the pinkish color, but anyway, I changed it to a teal color for the fall. But it was sounding off that I needed 225 more steps that hour. You know how you can turn that reminder off, but I kind of like it because it encourages me to move throughout the day. So I had 225 more steps to do, but I was kind of tied to something I was doing on the computer. So I didn't really want to leave what I was doing. So what did I do? Because I'm so competitive with myself, I stood up and I decided to walk in place. And until I heard it vibrating the whole boo-woo, nicely done. So I did 225 steps walking in place. I can't remember the last time I did that many steps walking in place, but you know what? I reached my goal. So my challenge is to move more. I'm airing a Goodwill haul, I think it's tomorrow, but I recorded it yesterday. And a book that I just got from the Goodwill bookstore, I believe it's called Eat, Move, Sleep by Tom Rath. And I started reading that last night, and very interesting. I'm only like on page 26 or something. It was getting late, but I definitely want to delve into that further. But he has an illness, but it seems to be somewhat managed. But that led him to do a lot of research into health and wellness. And so thus the title Eat, Move, Sleep, and the priorities. Funny, he has written some kind of business leadership books, and in the Goodwill bookstore it was lumped with the business leadership books, and that's what I kind of thought it was about because of his previous book. but actually it's a focus on health and wellness. So it was kind of accidental that I even found the book. But I'm really happy that I did. And my husband wants to read it too, but I was just reading part of it to him last night and we were enjoying it. But there, you know, he was talking about how sitting is like the new smoking epidemic. It is so harmful for your cardiovascular health, you know, just for so much. So the more you can get up and move, and you know, so many people have a desk job where they have to sit, but breaking it up is so beneficial. They said even if you sit for say 6 to 8 hours a day with your work and you work out at a gym, that's still not enough. You have to move. You have to get your, you know, cardiovascular system going. So interesting stuff. I'm looking forward to reading more from him, but it just encouraged me all the more to keep doing what I'm doing and move. Activity, you know, the 3 pillars of Weight Watchers are food, activity, and mindset. And I talk a lot about mindset because I believe that it all starts there. Honestly, without the proper mindset, you know, there is no weight loss. If you're okay, if you're satisfied, if you're kind of resigned to things being the way they are, then you'll never change. And I am so thankful that the fire has been lit under me and that I have been wrestled from my complacency. You know, it's so easy as we get older, as we're busy, no matter the age. This rat race is, you know, the competitive nature of society here. You know, it's do more, more, more. The busier we are, the better, but that's not always true. It depends on where your focus is and your balance in life. And, you know, it's just so important to have the proper mindset and focus on activity, nutrition, you know, a balanced sleep. So yeah, I'm trying to go to bed earlier and trying to get hubby to go to bed earlier too. But because it affects everything, sleep. So anyway, let's talk about the weekly. So today we're talking about finding your right portions. So I'll just quickly go through this, but it's talking about serve yourself, and I definitely prefer to serve myself. You know, thinking about the Thanksgiving meal, you know, nobody knows, and you know, and everyone that's around you, they may not be on Weight Watchers, so they may not be as mindful. So definitely serving yourself, I think that definitely helps, because you know, people may not know how much you want of everything. So, and then size it up, measure or weigh your portion using cups or scale, so you know exactly you know, what you're consuming. And this is so true, because sometimes we can think something's a tablespoon or 3 tablespoons and maybe it's a half a cup. So sometimes one of the ladies at the meeting today, she was like, you know, I things, but my eyeballs must be like this big. I think we all have fallen into that before. So measuring can help us have that guideline, and tracking it. Of course, I talk a lot about tracking. Track the good, the bad, and the ugly. Track it. Even if you're not on Weight Watchers, if you're not going to do that, which I highly recommend, by the way, but using, you know, iTrackBites or MyFitnessPal, those are all free apps. Being mindful of what you're actually consuming is the first step to weight loss, and just really wellness and health in general. You have to be mindful about what you're eating. So, and then fourthly, decide what works. Does this portion work well within your budget? Remember that you can bulk up any meal or snack with the 0 point foods, which is awesome. You know, oh, today, you know, I've been on the blue plan, which is freestyle, right? Since last December. So today is kind of a big step for Authentically Amber. I am switching to the purple plan. And in the video, if you didn't catch that, I'll link it here at the end, but comparing the 3 plans, the blue, the green, and the purple plans that Weight Watchers just rolled out last week. So exciting stuff here, you guys. But I am switching to the purple plan, which is very similar to freestyle, in that it has all the 0-point foods. Actually, Freestyle had 200 0-point foods. The purple plan has over 300 0-point foods, which includes, and this is the part that sold me, you guys, it includes potatoes, sweet potatoes, brown rice, any whole grains, or whole grain pasta. So that's what sold me, because I feel like at this juncture, my body needs more starches, more kind of filling foods. And then this will help, this will give me the framework to really, you know, make those healthy choices, balanced choices. So of course, that doesn't mean you eat, you know, 5 potatoes a day, you know, everything in moderation. So we'll see how that goes. I'm going to give it 2 weeks. 2 weeks on the purple plan starting today. So I'm going to switch my app over, and so then it calculates the proper points for everything under the purple plan. But I'm going to give it 2 weeks, and if I don't like it, if I feel like I need more accountability, or if I gain, heaven forbid at this point, then I will switch back to blue, the Freestyle program. So we will give it 2 weeks. Weight Watchers suggests whenever you switch over to a new plan to give it 2 weeks to see how your body does, and we will go from there. So I will keep you posted as always. So yep, moving forward into the next week, of course we have another week, another weigh-in before Thanksgiving. So I'll be talking more about my Thanksgiving strategy for success. But yeah, excited about the coming week, disappointed about my weigh-in, but I'm not worried about it. You know, I mean, it could be fluid retention, it could be anything, honestly, digestion issues, if you know what I mean. Not worried, because I know I'm working the plan. So it has to be determination plus consistency equals winning. So, and I'm all of that and more. So walking the straight and narrow, keeping up, you know, 1 foot in front of the other, you guys. So excited still, hugely excited. I am feeling so much more energetic these days. I say that every time, but I'm so excited because this body is becoming lighter and lighter, and it's easier to move, and that excites me. So that's why I want to share it with everybody out there. You know, there is something that you can do. If you need to lose weight, highly recommend Weight Watchers. If you don't care to do that, you know, you can join in the digital form. You don't have to attend the studio meetings, although those who do lose 20% more weight. So I highly recommend that. Just, it's so beneficial, just being a part of the group and hearing what works for other people. It's awesome. So today's meeting was packed too. I think people are pretty excited about the 3 plans that have rolled out there. I always try to get there early to weigh in, so I don't have to wait too long in the line, and I was glad I did today for sure. So take care. That's my update. Maintained, strange as that is. Not worried, excited still. Have a great week, you guys. Take care. Bye-bye.